Synopsis. Ecstatic beauty comes from creation of newer successions, and individuality still continues. Past conditions persist behind our knowledge. The power of comprehension exists as per necessity and motion. Everything becomes fully embellished, as questions appear and solutions arrive. Conditions roll on from form to satiate self-contentment and anxiety expressing ego. Eternal emptiness causes varied conditions of sense reactions and motion. The prime factor is the influence of the great void. The enchanting form, through repetitive changes in innumerable stages, develops a new form. In this way, the form resulting from multitude of forms in newer successions and identities reveals the ecstatic beauty of universal creation. Every basic atom of the elegant form gets established in every other atom and maintains every condition of creation in the universe. Thus, a different form manifests itself with the harmonious cooperation of individual atoms of different forms imbibing all the qualities of that combination. This condition of cooperating with another manifested condition with its inherent quality gives rise to another form. In this way, it is advancing from the origin of creation, and still progressing in the direction of onward development. The novelty in the new manifestations is already known. The past condition in that routine of succession still persists behind our knowledge. Understanding and realizing every form and shape comes as described with various epithets. This individuality wakes up the physical sense of one's body, and every form of itself manifests its distinctive feature, influenced by the characteristics of the basic atoms. Information about the matter can be obtained with the help of matter itself. We can know all the connected information about the subject worth knowing, by pressing into service the well-informed atoms derived from raking up the already known. Each one is manifested in all its characteristics, in every form itself. Necessity alone makes the sense develop to determine what will be needed in the subsequent steps, and what novelty will have to be introduced to meet the necessity. This necessity makes the objects and their entities advance in keeping with the motion of the necessity. This motion already exists in the matter, and comes into existence according to the requirement of the necessity. The power of comprehension exists in the characteristic features of every matter, in different qualities, in a well-arranged manner. They are now coming in a well-set manner at the behest of necessity. The question arises, where did these attributes come from? If it is looked into carefully, it appears that everything is fully embellished amidst fulfillment. In that condition, our inquisitiveness and earnestness to realize are well arranged and set in each of the atoms and molecules. Therefore, each question arising from each condition produces a solution from another condition. In this way, the solution of every question results in another condition. Again, another question arises and the solution of that creates another different condition. In this manner, the mystery continues amidst the mysterious. It appears, a certain condition is created with our own knowledge and cognition, springing from our own body. Then, it rolls from form to form in various conditions for the satiation of our self-contentment. It seems, we have lost links with some of the conditions. Thus, we have arranged for the stages of building up and forming other atoms. Those formed atoms continue to give signals in every work that we are lost amidst the missing in every atom. Those atoms and molecules are mold, influenced by our anxiety, eagerness and mental exposure, the more we keep ourselves entangled in them. Activities of those atoms and molecules resulting in a certain savory release of juicy atoms, which work inside secondary atoms and awaken their entity. Chasing other concomitant atoms, that entity is creating such a condition and making things such that, it seems, we are all like lost and undone. The situation, created due to this condition, makes the atoms mold in that fashion. It is as if one of the necessities is arranged in such a way, that it appears that this condition belongs to us. Thus, it expresses the condition of what is called ego. So the Creator, in his desire to know himself in this way, has himself got lost amidst the destitute atoms. Again, from that deprived lost stage, he awakens his potentiality and manifests his true self when necessity demands, with a view to fulfill his desire with his willpower. He gets totally engrossed, eager to know the nature of this desire with the help of willpower. Thus, willpower flows incessantly out of its own volition, in its attempt to realize the significance of that desire. It is a mystery about the existence of these specific atoms in the great void. Now, what condition and necessity have induced all these conditions of specialty awakening in these particular atoms? Attempting to know it, is to realize himself as an astonishing subject too. The mind then gets wrapped in this thought alone, and the events and conditions appear before one's self. This description tells us what condition of one's self manifests these conditions. It further reveals what influence is inducing this elegance and beauty, these good qualities and willpower. This void alone is working in this awakening, and intimating the sole reason for all these developments. Another condition is revealing itself, how all these necessities under compulsion of the need are intimating their urgent necessity. Similarly, everything like desire and its mystery behind, it seems everything lies in the emptiness of the great void. In this state of existence, attraction of matters on the atom creates intimacy, and this close association is the main cause of emptiness. Motion alone creates this condition of attraction in the emptiness. This motion, nicely arrayed in each of them, makes the atoms in motion to attract one another like that in magnetism. In this way, this force of attraction creates another condition, which gives rise to another form or shape of a different condition. Thus, it transforms into very many forms. Accordingly, in our physical body too, all the demands of our sense organs for sense-perceptible objects are forging ahead with the object for fulfilling their demands. But fulfillment never comes under any circumstances, it seems. It does not seem possible to achieve completeness. So, in the process of searching for perfection or contentment, every element of the physical body is revealing its reaction under all circumstances, flashing through sense organs between wishes and fulfillment. Everything is churned and agitated amidst either contentment or fulfillment in all the senses and atoms of the body. Everything in this body is in a well-set condition, in various names and descriptions embellished with various qualities. They are all advancing depending on their individual condition to atom themselves and make them presentable, to augment their beauty and elegance along any course, any thought process, or other aspect. This condition of advancing towards fulfillment, or contentment, is intimating and awakening every atom's presence in the expanse of nothingness of the great void. Everything is advancing in speed towards the motion. The motion is also progressing towards fulfillment, and this motion itself is creating another motion, in all the atoms of the blended state of the combination of atoms. The motion too creates another motion, as a result of innumerable combination and blending. Speeding ahead in this way, many other things are collected. Those again are rushing forward out of necessity, for contentment amidst newer creations in fresh courses and novel conditions. All the conditions seem to be necessary. Agitation of the atoms existing in the great void sets up all the motions with the object of filling up the void. In this way all the different conditions are going on. It is a mystery whether this wakeful state appears as a conscious state, or the state of death, or inanimate state as it is called, is really the state. Confusion reigns here in every of these confusing states. The reason is that everything is motion and all are advancing in that state amidst fulfillment, taking resort to it in their inclination to appreciate the great void. This condition is also natural and customary. Accordingly, the law we perceive is the conditions created in the void with the motive of exploring the fulfilled state. This is the inherent system running. Now the question is, who is directing it and how is it running? In fact, either it is necessary for all the atoms of the universe to have a requisite motion for their perpetual steadiness in a settled environment, or a motion for them to speed along. When creation has started, when the condition of creation is turning into a particular state, adorning the atoms in various forms and shapes possessing different grace and nature, the atoms possessing various characteristic features exist in the great void. That condition is either stable or drifting away, or any other condition amidst the forces of agitation. Motion too maintains that condition. Where did this motion come from and how? It is found that eternal emptiness is the sole cause behind it. In this way, in us too, the same activities are going on in the reaction, or combination of one atom with another. For the comprehension of myriads of atoms when necessity demands realization, or all that of the sense organs like consciousness, or ignorance, as they are called, any posture or gesture, any thought to meet any need impelled by any necessity, exist well arrayed in the universe and along with us. In all these conditions, the prime factor is the overall influence of the great void. Induced or incited by the dominance of the great void, that impulsive force manifests, in this way expressing itself in response to the necessities of all the atoms. This is what is perceived in the universe and within us.